another story that just is drawing more attention than I could ever imagine, and it's the damn reflecting pool stuff. What in God's name is going on?
You know what it is? I thought about it before the show, and I think it's because it's wide open and nobody's guarding the fucking thing, and there's no cameras. I don't understand this entire story. First of all, the fact that they were able to carve 8647 in the lawn of the mall, and there's no filmed camera video of this event by let's say just vandals. Let's just say vandals. The fact that they open up the reflecting pool, and again, it's vandalized for political reason, but nevertheless, there's no cameras and there's no film, there's no security. Somebody could have put a beluga whale in there for all we know, or a great white shark. I don't get it. I understand vandalism for political purposes. The fact that this thing is unprotected, I don't understand.
The fact that it's even the biggest story is mind-boggling.
Well, arresting an Olympian,
we're discussing, negotiations of Iran and all that, but it's like everybody's fighting over a stupid. It's like it's like the ballroom. I don't understand it. These are, in the great scheme of things.
But I mean, from a news point of view, I mean, arresting a former Olympian is news.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, regardless of the magnanimous Trump rebuilding this thing, which is great, arresting this guy, what's his name? David Hearn?
David Hearn, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that is a legitimate news story.
I do agree. What I'm befuddled by is he's out there doing this. I mean, this is on the level of keying all the Teslas and stuff. It's just
right. Stupid. No, I agree. I mean, he's cleaned up so much of DC. I mean, somebody pointed out to me last night, socialists hate beauty. And they really are. That's why there's brutalist architecture. And that's why the library that opened in Chicago of Obama, which is a brutalist architectural monstrosity, is astounding people in the way this thing looks. They are repelled like a vampire to a cross by beauty. And it is their arch nemesis, seeing something clean without graffiti that's spotless, drives them fucking insane. I don't know why, other than they are a group of people who want to destroy, tear down, destroy, take apart the infrastructure of the country. So when they see it being rebuilt, they lose their shit.
Well, a lot of the philosophy, and I'm not saying that they're identical, okay? So everybody who starts yelling when I bring up postmodernism, I'm not saying that postmodernism is communism, but I am saying they correlate. And the whole principle of postmodernism of tearing down everything from the gender to every single thing that's out there, that is the formula. What do? You tear down the family, you tear down architecture, you tear down beauty, you tear down. So
beauty is a part of it, is the point I'm making. Yes. We all know about the nuclear family and everything else, but the beauty part is really interesting to people are not aware of that. This is part of their agenda.
Well, and what is one of the most beautiful things out there that has been throughout time? The church, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they absolutely hate the church. Well, really, a lot of art and patronage came out of the church. So
they don't care about that part because they want to get rid of white Western art anyway.
Well, this is true.
Yeah,
but
so they'll agree with you on that one.
But I think that it goes well because I hate God and religion as well, and the symbolism of this.
Yeah, look, let's face it, we're way through the looking glass now. We're at war with these people, and you need to put up some defenses. I know it sounds crazy, but you can't just have open anything without guarding it anymore.
Yeah, and beauty is hope, by the way. Beauty is hope, and
they don't like that either.
Not good for business.
Yeah, but, unless it's Bob Hope. Hey, this is Bob. Glad to be here in Vietnam. Hope.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
No kidding. Everything in Burbank is named after Bob Hope, by the way. Every time I go over there, I'll see you over at Bob Hope Park. And which one? The little one, not the big one. I mean, there's multiple things named after Bob Hope over there.
But we have a long-term resignation. And
with this guy, gee, what is with these people? Do they not know how to get out of office after saying I'm resigning?
Well, Liz Truss does.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was the only one.
Like,
she was gone by the
with the book
weekend.
eye. Yeah.
You have to shoot them in the head to get these communists out of an office. And he's going to pass it on to this other socialist, by the way, from what I understand. The guy in waiting is yet another Marxist that the Brits have come up with.
How is that? Didn't they just lose? Help me understand. People who are English in the audience,
please explain this to us. We're retarded.
Asses kicked in the election really badly. That the Reform Party took over the majority. So how is Labor still having the prime minister? And Andy Burnham's also Labor. I don't.
And how do they resign and not resign?
Or Liberals? Sorry.
The same thing happened up in Toronto with what's his face up there when
Trudeau and
Trudeau. I'm resigning effectively, not tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm resigning today, effective 6 months from now.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. He's saying, they're saying this guy, may stay on till September. He may stay on longer. He may go in July. I don't understand this entire system.
All right. Somebody's saying because a general election won't happen for 3 more years.
Right. So how does he resign? What is he resigning from? I don't understand any of this.
I don't either. The parliamentary system I am not knowledgeable on.
Me neither.
So it is wow.
I think that he is going, this is just my hunch. He is going to avoid trouble down the road. He is going to leave and pass the baton to a new generation of Marxists, a guy who's next to him, and he's going to step away.
Well, and I understand, but you still the same question. Why does it take till September? He's already
they're saying July.
Right?
They're saying July for him to get out, from what I read. But the point is, he's just passing the baton to another Marxist.
Right.
He's not giving up power. It's just that he has become toxic. The guy himself.
Yeah. Well, and they even said that they're hoping that the new guy has more charisma.
Right. So he'll wear out his welcome, not because of a charisma, but because they're siding with the Islam population of their country. He will probably try to be more delicate when he's talking about grape and grooming than Starmer has been. And he may not be a former member of the Third Reich or a member of the German nation like Starmer historically was. Call me crazy. The craziest thing I ever saw was a Japanese guy who was who ran the nation of Peru as their president, and he was Japanese. I mean, Starmer is a German, a country you fought a war against during World War II. How does he become prime minister of your country? The Japanese guy from Peru, by the way, fled with money he stole from Peru back to Japan. He was later transferred back to Peru, where he stood trial and I believe was incarcerated. I don't know how these other nationalities end up running other nationalities' countries.
Well, to be fair, from what I understand, the whole royalty of England isn't actually English. They come from German stock.
Right, but they're not elected officials. They're a mere,
No, they just run.
Yeah, it's just
the monarchy.
Yeah, but that may go back centuries. This guy has a German-sounding name and may be completely a member of the Third Reich, but claims to be or was.
They changed their name to Windsor because they had a very German.
Yeah, no, I agree. But nevertheless, this guy was the William Kunstler of Great Britain, as far as I know. He was the Ron Kuby of Britain, far left legal advocate defending the rights of immigrants from Jamaica on up the line. So this is as far left as you could go with Starmer, from what I'm understanding.
All right. Well, you know what? Here's the follow-up story. I think you might find it to be good news about the MLB.
Oh yeah, this one. It's a mixed bag. You're right. They responded to Josh Hawley. Oh, you have something to play? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Ball caps have become a big controversy. The Department of Justice now investigating Major League Baseball for potential religious discrimination. The league recently warned several San Francisco Giants players against expressing their Christian faith after they wrote Bible verses on their Pride Night caps. In a letter to Commissioner Rob Manfred, the department's Civil Rights Division writes, quote, "The Trump administration is committed to combating religious discrimination. I have referred this matter to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for further investigation." Some athletes ripping the league.
This is what we're worried about.
All right, so this is talking about it. Apparently, they have backed down, though.
Yeah,
they're
that's
now
true.
declining to fine the Giants players.
Right. Well, Schneider said he would pay the fines, and then Barstool guy said he would pay the fines. But the Josh Hawley letter and the response to MLB to Josh Hawley came out yesterday because he wrote a harsh letter to MLB, and MLB responded taking ownership of creating this problem by their own, their namby-pamby miscommunication, according to MLB. But they did respond to Josh Hawley yesterday. I don't know about the ongoing legal version of Harmeet Dillon going after them, which is a separate.
I'm sure they're trying to make it go away. Like,
yeah,
oh, no, never mind. Nothing to see here. Moving on.
Yeah, it's a separate track. So, I mean, like I said, the players were forced to wear because in the letter that says we don't enforce any political viewpoints upon these people. However, they were forced to wear a BLM patch on their shoulder after George Floyd, which couldn't be construed as anything else but political. Every player had to wear that. They had a BLM on the mound, on and on and on. So their cock and bull story that we don't enforce political slogans, they themselves created political slogans and forced the players to wear it. They themselves did that. As for writing on the hats, players have written, I love my mother on there for Mother's Day. I mean, there's a long history of writing on your hat. However, this was done in the belly of the beast. This was done in San Francisco, where 20 gay couples were brought out before the game to re-vow their marriages with trannies and everything else, and complete three-ring circus going on up there. And to their credit, these three guys said, fuck it. We're going to do what we're going to do. Even, again, if this was Texas, it wouldn't be a problem because the Texas Rangers don't even allow Pride Night. But to do this in San Francisco took a lot of cojones on the part of these three guys.